Nice. So good night, everyone. You don't know, it's your boy Joshua here again, and I just want to touch on a topic tonight. That is very fresh. It's a topic ramping all through the country right about now. And I was speaking to some young guys recently, and I believe that they perceived me to be okay. He have it all put together. He had subjects, he had profession that he went and studied for. He have all these things. But I had to break something down to them. And it's something I also want to share, as I've been sharing and encouraging whoever needs the encouragement, In secondary school, I was able and fortunate enough to pass for St. Benedict's College by the grace of God. But like many other youths nowadays, I wasted the opportunity at attending a prestigious school in the sense that by Form 3 I was asked to leave the school, and this would have been stemming from suspensions upon suspensions and trouble upon trouble. The trouble with me, the trouble was consistent. It was very, I didn't notice and understand the opportunity that I really had. And I see a lot of young persons today not really understanding the opportunity of where they are located and the privileges that they have. So I got a lot, well, not the suspensions like that. My final suspension was the icebreaker. It was an extended suspension. Where I had before the extended suspension, I had counseling. Still counseling every Tuesday in the Victoria District Ministry of Education. If anyone knows, that is over the hill from Irving Park in Sando. So every Tuesday before I hit the school, I would have to go and do an hour or 2 hours counseling, which I believe her name was Miss Valdez, if I'm correct. Yeah, so I used to go counseling, talk to her, and half of the times I never even open up about nothing to her, and then I would just head back out into the schools. One thing about me, I was never a follower, so I would lead groups into different various troubles and fights and disrupting the entire school settings for the day. And plenty of teachers, if they're watching, they would attest it also. It's not like a lie. Everybody who knows me knows that, hey, this youth man was trouble. But all in all, it led me to one place. Being thrown out of the school or being asked to leave the school. And I mean to say, sometimes, in life, you might think, boy, everything going so good in the hype and in the spur of the moment, you're so hype and you ain't really sit down to think. And I see a lot of young persons making the same mistake I make. They're just rolling off of the hype. Okay, I have a name. In school, my name was Short Boss, you understand? So yeah, I have a name. I have a this, I have a that. Throughout San Fernando, when school finished, we never had time to head straight home. From school, now we would head into San Fernando. We would cause trouble, we would fight in San Fernando, we would peel on each other glass bottles and knives and all sorts of stuff. We did it. And then when that was enough, just like what we see happening now, we would enter other schools. So after your school finished, if you and I had something, we waiting outside the school fair, just like what we see happening. But through it all, and this is what I want to say, through it all, parental guidance and mentorship and getting persons involved when you see your child strain is a very, very key thing. All along, a lot of persons would have tried to reach out to me and talk to me and say, hey, but my change, my transition in life only came when I was asked to step out of St. Benedict's College. When I stepped out of St. Benedict's College, I didn't go to school for about 3 or 4 months, like a whole term. I just had no school. Because no school wasn't taking me. I tried a couple other schools, no school wasn't taking me. And then St. Madeleine Secondary School decided that, hey, we will take him. When I entered St. Madeleine, a couple of the persons who I would have called my friends and stuff like that in St. Benedict's, persons were, hey, you leave Benedict's over St. Madeleine? And I was like, but wait now, I was just defending you, I fighting for you, suspension for you, and that what you thinking? You know, I see a lot of young persons putting their lives on the risk. Fellas, young girls, your parents sacrificing. Don't allow the sacrifice to be in vain. Now, I was able to bounce back. I was able to still pull all my subjects in St. Madeleine, going on to doing my degree and stuff. And I was able, by the grace of God, to find myself. You understand? Even though I was far behind, I was able to pull together. And I just want to leave this simple encouragement today that you need to also find that space and find that channel and see where it is you want to head, and try use my testimony that it's not worth it, because in the end it's you and you alone.